Hello, my name is Austin Robb, founding member of Humanly, where we're focused on transforming the relationship between candidates and companies. It's an honor to be here today and speak with you all. Let's face it, the hiring process is flawed. If you've applied for a job in the last decade, I'm sure you're well aware. Am I qualified? Is this the right company for me? Will I even hear back? Please submit your resume and now fill out this application with everything you already listed on your resume. It's a nightmare, and oftentimes to no avail. With the rise of Glassdoor and social media, candidates are taken to the web and sharing their terrible hiring experiences. And with how much time, money, effort we put into building our brands, with just one bad experience, that can all come tumbling down. That's why we're focused on closing the loop between candidates and recruiters. But what's Humanly? Humanly is a conversational intelligence platform. We're focused on faster candidate conversion, improved candidate experience, and reduced interview bias. We use automation technology to reduce manual work for recruiters, and we use interview analytics to help hiring managers conduct the best interviews possible. Whoops. Oh, shit. For example, after just 3 months of working with Moss Adams, we were able to, handling all of their university recruiting efforts, we were able to save their recruiting team over 320 hours. And their candidates rated our technology a 4.9 out of 5 across more than 4,000 interactions. Moss Adams' response, we can't live without Humanly. But what's next? We're currently focused on positioning ourselves for a successful Series A. And in order to achieve this goal, we need to reach 2 million in annual recurring revenue by the end of the year. So what are we asking for? We're looking for executives, hiring managers, and HR leaders that are looking to provide the best candidate experience possible. So if you know any of those folks, stop by our table after this, and we'd love to talk to you, and let's help Sacramento win.
If you don't mind, just a quick question. Who is your ideal customer? Is it a recruiting firm or a company that does internal recruiting? And then where does your platform work best? Is it work better for blue collar, white collar, or is it the same all across the board?
So lots of flexibility in where our platform fits. High volume recruiting is definitely the best for our chat automation features. Retail, hourly, restaurant, people that are doing a lot of hiring, that's where the chat feature is going to work well. Internal hiring teams really love the chat features as well. We're reducing that manual work, going into their ATSs, having to manually update all of the people they talk to throughout the day. We handle that top of funnel conversation, and then we are able to update that automatically into their systems of record. And then on the other side, we've got our voice product, which really is an open door for anybody. We don't necessarily need to have high volume in that world. It's really just people that are focused on trying to provide a more equitable and fair hiring process.
So in my somewhat limited experience in HR tech, what I've experienced is it's a cluttered category. There are hundreds of different variations of applicant tracking systems and other HR tools. And as you think about building your product, and I also think it's a very inefficient market, so I think there's an opportunity there. Hiring in our business at DCA Partners, we have portfolio companies who do all sorts of hiring across blue collar, white collar, and that process is a huge pain point. And so I think as you look to scale and you're on the earlier side of the business, trying to think about what are the markets that we're really differentiated from those technologies, and then how do we develop sales strategies to approach, whether it's if you do really well with quick service restaurants or really well with accounting firms like Moss Adams, how do we build that sort of recurring success within a little bit of a narrow category and do a couple narrow categories and build. I think maybe some of the challenge you'll have is around scaling just in that fashion. So great presentation and best of luck.
Thank you.
Great job, Austin. Quick question, I guess you mentioned on the equitable side for the hiring and the voice analytics. Can you tell us a little bit more about like an example of what that might look like?
Yeah. So, one specific example, and I can't name a company, but one of our clients in Washington, found some pretty interesting statistics when they started really drilling into their recruiting process. They found out that female candidates were getting 12 minutes less talk time in interviews than their male counterparts. So, you hear that kind of stuff, and obviously that's something you've got to change, but how can you uncover that, right? And that's what we're trying to do, is be able to provide these metrics, this feedback back to leadership, so they can start to make these deep organizational changes.
That's awesome. I love that as a selling point. Yeah, congrats again. Great job.
Thank you.